Different year, same old bucaria. Somebody please tell me what was going on in that second half? Francamente, eu tô cansado dessa bucaria. Sempre a mesma bucaria. Every time we have to show that we got some cojones. There's no cojones, caramba. There's never a plan B. É sempre a mesma bucaria. Todos os anos. It's been like this for the last 20 years. Eu tô cansado dessa bucaria. What was going on in the second half? Please, to me, I want to explain. Eddie Nketiah, how many chances do you need, bro, to put the ball in the back of the net? Espino da puta wasn't good enough. I said it before when we got Gabriel Jesus. We needed somebody else. Don't go with Eddie Nketiah. But they're coming out with the stupid songs, Nketiah in the room. What did he do today? Apart from getting us the penalty, what did he do today? How many times did this guy get chances and doesn't bury them? I'm sick and tired of it. We needed a finisher. We needed to get a finisher in January, and everything I've been predicting, the Achilles heel with the bench, the fact that this manager has no plan B, the fact that this manager cannot change it up and doesn't have the personnel to change it up. Epa, eu tô cansado de falar. Francamente, eu tô cansado de falar, sempre a dizer a mesma coisa. Eu fico cansado. I'm tired of this crap. I'm sick and tired of it. Martinelli, why was Martinelli starting today? Please explain to me, why was Martinelli starting? Essa Marica has been playing crap for the last 3-4 weeks. On what basis does this guy need to be playing today? Don't get me wrong. I understand today there was times where he was making runs and we weren't playing out the ball to him fast enough, or we were playing it just behind him. I think Saka suffered from the same thing as well. Certain times Jorginho and Xhaka were just playing the ball they're taking way too long to release the ball out to the wings, to Martinelli, to Saka. But honestly, what was going on today? Playing the ball behind Martinelli. If he's making a run, he needs the ball in front so he can continue running with the same stride. I can't understand what's going on. Martinelli, this guy needs to be dropped. He needs to be dropped. And if we're going to play him, you need to give him the service quicker. Tô cansado dessa porcaria. Basic stuff. Like if your wingers are on the run, play it in front of him. We can't do. Martinelli should have been on the bench. Trossard should have started this game. Eddie Nketiah should have been on the bench. I don't know why Eddie Nketiah was starting this game. Change it up. Put Martinelli up there, maybe, and then put Trossard on the left. I don't know. Change it up. Because Eddie Nketiah had so many opportunities today to header the ball, and he couldn't even get it on target. He wasn't even being man-marked, and Eddie Nketiah is unable to get the ball on target. Not good enough. Not good enough. Saka as well. What did he do today? Another frustrating day for Saka. Not good enough. Took his penalty very, very well. But other than that, not good enough. Not good enough. Jorginho, it's all good in the first half when you're playing all these little through balls. There was one interception that he did in the first half. But then taking way too long to distribute the ball. There was a couple of good ones, but there's other times where he's doubling on the ball way too long. Same bucaria with Xhaka. Release it faster. I don't understand. We were playing so well at the start of the season, playing quick balls, quick triangles, quick through balls into our wingers, into the strikers. But now we just delay on the ball so much. It is so frustrating. I tô cansado. Play the ball quicker. If you see my guys already making a run, play the ball. But we're always in two minds every time. And we're allowing Man City to get back into position, get back into the defensive structure. Eu tô cansado. How did it... Coisas básicas. These men don't know. Coisas básicas, mo. Não, é ridículo. Básica, coisa básica. Play the ball quicker. If you know that Man City are going to drop in deep, don't allow them to get back into position. Play the counter-attacking ball quicker. We weren't quick enough. We're doubling on the ball way too much today. Eu tô cansado. We're supposed to be trying to go for the league. We've already dropped points against Everton, against Brentford. We needed to show these man. We already lost to these man in the FA Cup. And today, what was going on? What was going on? Odegaard, the same old bucaria. The first half, how many times is this guy, mispasses the ball? How many times? He can't cross the ball. He can't make a simple pass. It's ridiculous, man. This guy just goes missing. And then as soon as he doesn't want to go forward, it's back to the backwards, sideways bucaria from this guy. No penetration. No penetration, this guy. Honestly, I'm done. These man piss me off today. The performance today was pathetic. Tomiyasu literally gifting them. By the time that Tomiyasu gifted them that chance, Man City weren't doing anything. They weren't creating anything. If anything, Saliba was man-marking Haaland excellently. But Tomiyasu, man's running. He's got Grealish on him, who isn't the fastest. and loses his head, and all of a sudden sets it up for Kevin De Bruyne that lobs the goalkeeper. What much tipo de pucaria. But when I saw the lineup, I said, why is this Filho da Puta starting for everything across Ben White? Tomiyasu, I don't rate this guy. Okay, fair enough. After he started to make diagonal runs, he started to try and make up for his performance. He didn't let his head drop much. You shouldn't be coisas básicas. You shouldn't be doing. Esse marica parece que não é profissional, não sabe defender, não sabe passar a bola, não sabe fazer nada. Tô cansado, mano. Phonics. Nah. Saliba today. You know, and the first half, you did so well to nullify Haaland. Every time Haaland got the ball, you was in the right place. You didn't allow him to spin you. Didn't allow him to turn you. You was man-marking Haaland excellently out of the game. Second half, Gabriel started marking Haaland, and we got away with one. There was a time where he grabbed Haaland down to the floor, and luckily Haaland was offside. Otherwise, that would have been a nailed-on penalty that he pulled him down in the box, and we got away with that one. But Gabriel could not control Haaland the way that Saliba could control Haaland in the first half. And honestly, Gabriel, I don't understand. If you know he's a big guy, you know he's got a bit of pace, yeah, stand off him. Why are you so close to him that if he just turns, you're going to get spun straight away? It's the most basic thing in football. If you've got a fast striker next to you, you give him a yard of space so that when he turns, you still got time to react because there's a space between you and you can stick a leg out and you can quickly recover the ball. Nah, not Gabriel, yeah? Really tight to Haaland, and Haaland just one touch and he's putting him on his ass. It's ridiculous. Haaland put Gabriel on his ass today. Ridiculously poor from Gabriel today. Honestly, I don't cansado. Zinchenko, this guy cannot defend. Bring him into the midfield. We don't have midfielders that are good enough. Fabi Vieira isn't good enough. Xhaka is going through a bad patch right now. Bring Zinchenko into the midfield. I don't want to see this guy as left back. Zinchenko and Martinelli, in recent weeks, I don't understand why these men are starting games. I don't understand. It should be the players that are in form. It's not supposed to be favourite FC. It's about who's in form and who's doing their job properly. Tini would have been a lot more effective than Zinchenko. Zinchenko today, not man-marking players, allowing players through, not picking up your runners. Absolutely poor from Zinchenko. Eu tô cansado de dizer a mesma coisa todos os fins de semana. Eu tô cansado, pô. Tô cansado. I'm ill. I think I got a flu or cold. I don't know what bucaria that I have. And these men are just raising my blood pressure. Zinchenko cannot defend. Put him in the midfield. This guy doesn't know how to pick up his man. Doesn't know how to make overlapping runs to help Martinelli that was getting poor to no service. It's not good enough. This guy just wants to go inverted all the time. If you want to be so inverted, start in the middle of the pitch then. Just start in the middle. There's no point of you being as a left back, bro. Because you're not, it's just not good enough. Not good enough. I'm done out here. Today was atrocious. That second half, meu Deus, Nossa Senhora Fátima do Céu. What kind of bucaria performance was that in the second half? No fight, no desire, no hunger. The ref was already controlling the game, not allowing Man City to waste time, not allowing Man City to prolong taking goal kicks and throw-ons, with Walker getting the yellow card, the goalkeeper getting the yellow card. We got the penalty as well, which I did think was a penalty, but we got the penalty to get back into the game after Tomiyasu's blunder. And what did we do with that opportunity? Instead of pressing and going forward, not good enough. The amount of chances, Odegaard had chances to shoot in the box, doesn't shoot. Granit Xhaka has a chance to shoot, dabbling way too long with the ball. Saka had a great, excellent chance where Ake goes to the floor and makes himself big. All Saka needed to do, 1-2 touch, and then bang, just release it. No, takes way too long. Ake makes himself big and blocks the shot. We weren't good enough when it comes to the final third today. In the first half, we were very good about getting back into position and making ourselves hard to break down, and was cutting all the passing lanes when we was out of position. I think we did that very, very well. Going forward, not good enough, not quick enough, not playing the ball quick enough, not enough 1-2s, not making the right decisions in the box. Eddie Nketiah, the less I say, the better. This guy, he's just not clinical. But are we surprised? Is anyone surprised that Eddie Nketiah is not clinical? When has he ever been clinical? And this is what I don't understand. Martinelli, for me, bro, this guy dabbles on the ball way too long, makes the wrong choices, a lot of times loses the ball. I'm sick and tired of Martinelli and his decisions in the final third. Why does he not learn from Saka? Do a 1-2 with Nketiah. Play off of Odegaard, Play a little 1-2 and you're able to get some space. Make the defender have 2 people to worry about. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're going to release it, release it. If you're going to shoot, shoot. He takes way too long, Martinelli, to make simple decisions. Ain't good enough. It's not good enough. Jorginho, this is why people say, no, he's good to do 20 minutes. Yeah, he was all right in the first half. But in the second half, what did he do? When they were coming on top, Bernardo making runs, Kevin De Bruyne making runs, Haaland making runs, Jorginho lost control of that midfield. He lost control of the midfield. And this is what I'm saying. And this is why I was not convinced of Jorginho being a replacement for Partey, because Partey's strength is defensive. Jorginho's strength is passing and starting a counter-attack and playing the ball for the eye of the needle. That is what he excels at. But when it comes to running the midfield, clamping a man down, man marking, controlling the midfield in terms of defensively, that is not where Jorginho strives. And we saw that in the second half. This guy could not grab hold of the midfield. And this is why I deemed him not good enough as a replacement for flipping Partey. He's more of a replacement for Xhaka than anything else. Not good enough. Eu tô cansado. Eu não mereço isso. Eu tô doente. Eu não mereço essa porcaria. Eu tô cansado. Tava na cama, tava descansado. I don't need this bullshit. Honestly, embarrassing. 3-1. 3-1, and let me tell you now, it should have been 4-1. Yeah, luckily Haaland was offside. That Gabriel pulling Haaland back in the box, that should have been a pen, and it should have been 4-1. Tô cansado dessa porcaria. Arteta, buck up your flipping ideas, bro. It's one way with you lot, and then you ain't got no more ideas. You're out of ideas, that's it. There's only one way of playing football, and that's it. Which I don't understand, because when you first came to Arsenal, we was pragmatic, a low block. That's what we played, a low block, and hit them on the counter. So if you was able to do it at the start with less of your players, yeah, why are you not able to do it now? It doesn't make any sense. No sense, man. Why can you not change the way that we play? I don't understand. Why don't you change things quicker? Why is it that it takes you so long to make substitutions? It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It took to the 76th minute to bring on Trossard. That is a disgrace. We used to get onto Arsene Wenger for making substitutions in the 60th minute. If it's not working, make the changes quicker. Make the changes quicker. Zinchenko needed to come off. Martinelli needed to come off. Nketiah needed to come off. Certain players needed to come off. And if you don't have the players, well, this is the bucaria that I was talking about, that we needed to go in January and get the players. But all I heard was, oh, it was a 10 out of 10 window. Really? 10 out of 10 window? These last 3 games, we could not get a win. This bench ain't good enough. Oh my God, eu tô cansado. Esse marica da Arteta não sabe o que tá fazendo. Esse não é treinador de verdade. É por isso que I wanted a proper treinador. I didn't want this guy. All the good work that we've been doing, it's all going down the drain. It's ridiculous. Yeah? Odegaard in the first half, misplacing passes and crosses. This guy, honestly, man, this guy, he should be on the bench, bro. He's not a starter for me. Bernardo Silva did very well in stopping Saka. He even got a yellow card. He kept clattering Saka all the time, man marking him, and I thought that was smart. Saka, in the last couple of games, even though we've been playing some bucaria football, Saka's been the only little shining light. I don't think Saka's been peak Saka, and I think this match actually showed that Saka's actually tired. But Saka's been the only one that's been dangerous, that's been doing anything really in general when you're looking at this team. Jorginho, great interception in the first half to win the ball. Great pass to Nketiah, whose shot is blocked. And I thought that was a great piece of football from Jorginho. The way he intercepted it, the through ball straight away. And look, when these lot wanted to play the ball through quicker, we were more effective, a lot faster. Jorginho straight away into Nketiah, and then the shot is blocked. I mean, this is what I wanted to see. But Nketiah, once again, no matter how much service he got today, this guy is not good enough. It's not good enough, yeah? I want to hear what all the super gooners have got to say now. We don't want to overspend. We don't want to spend. It's too expensive to get João Felix. João Felix, with the chances that Eddie Nketiah had today, if we went out and got him, we would have scored more goals. 100%. Nketiah had service today. There's been games where Nketiah has not had service. Today, that is not the game. It's not the day today. Today, you had service. Headers going wide. No one even on you. And shooting the ball wide. Now, ridiculously poor from Eddie Nketiah today. Saliba, like I said, was doing excellently in terms of marking Haaland out the game. I was actually very, very, very impressed with the way that Saliba handled Haaland. You know, Saliba's first campaign, Haaland is one of the best strikers in the world, let's be real, and obviously he scored today. And I felt like he was very intelligent by the way he marked him. Gave him space, unlike Gabriel, gave Haaland space, allowed him time to turn, allowed him time to react, was marking him, sometimes intercepting the ball as well at the right times. That is the Bukaria that I wanted to see. And I was so impressed by Saliba and the way he did that. But Gabriel, Haaland put Gabriel on his ass. On his ass. How embarrassing. Nah. Listen, these men, yeah, this is what I'm saying. All these men today, I just give them Oyster cards, and I'm not allowing them to leave with their cards. Oyster card, top of your Oyster card, and get in the underground, and that way, that's how you can get home today. Because none of you, man, deserve to be driving your Range Rovers and your Porsches and all that crap. What a bullshit performance. We could have made a statement today. Absolutely disgusting. The Tomiyasu back pass was absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what he was thinking. Not enough power onto it back to goal. Just kick it out. Just kick it out. Grealish is chasing you. It's not like Grealish is the fastest guy in the world. I just don't understand, man. I don't understand what's going on. Saka with the chance in the box takes too many touches and the shot is blocked. Great over-the-top ball from Granit Xhaka to Nketiah, who's taken out by Edison, and it's a pen. Like I said, I thought that was definitely a pen. And Nketiah did well. Obviously, the Man City players cleared it off the line, but it was definitely a pen, and I think Saka took the pen very, very well. But that's the only good thing I saw from Eddie Nketiah, winning us the pen. Other than that, I thought he was crap. Odegaard plays to Tomiyasu with the overlap, who crosses it to Nketiah, who does not finish it. And I thought that was one thing I could say about Tomiyasu today. Even though he did that mistake, going forward, he showed that he wanted to put it right. He wanted to get a goal back for his mistake. Yeah, and then crossing that ball into Nketiah not marked and doesn't even get a foot to it. Absolutely embarrassing. Yeah, absolutely embarrassing. Nketiah is not good enough. And I don't understand what it's going to take for certain Arsenal fans to realize this guy, bro, is average. Average. You had all the service in today. Crosses by Tomiyasu. You had crosses in from Zinchenko into Eddie Nketiah, not putting it away. Not good enough, man. Not good enough. Not if you want to be a striker for Arsenal. It's all right if you want to go be a striker for Bournemouth, or you want to go be a striker for Brighton, them teams there. But for Arsenal, Nketiah is not good enough. Zinchenko loses the ball in the box, falls to Haaland, Ramsdale saves the shot. And I'm thinking, well, what's going on now? Like, the rockiness from Zinchenko was mad. Like, why are you even trying to dribble it out from the back? Sometimes just hoof it, bro. Just hoof it. You don't always need to play it out from the back. It's better to relieve pressure than for you to give it back to the opposition in the box. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Gabriel loses the ball. Bernardo with the through ball to Haaland, then to Gundogan, who passes it to Grealish, who finishes. And I was thinking, where's Tomiyasu? It's all great that you're doing the overlapping runs, but you got to bust a gut to get back. Grealish completely unmarked. And I don't even think Grealish had a great game today. He was at the right place at the right time because we literally gave him all that space on their left-hand side for him to get the shot off. Where was Tomiyasu? Honestly, like, the defending today was bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Honestly, Zinchenko doesn't mark his man, and Gabriel allows Haaland to shoot and score. Once again, Zinchenko allowing man through. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, and Gabriel, once again, cannot handle Haaland and allows Haaland to get his shot off. Make yourself big, bro. If you haven't picked him up, make yourself big. Get in front of it. Put your body in front of it. But no, just lets him get the shot off. And Ramsdale doesn't even move. And he's just looking at them like, Zinchenko, you're allowing everyone to come in from that left-hand side. Gabriel, you're not marking Haaland. If you can't mark him, switch sides with Saliba. Because Saliba was marking Haaland perfectly in the first half. It's ridiculous, man. Basic stuff. Basic defending. And this manager just sits there and doesn't do the changes that need to be done. This is giving me a pity bag. I'm getting flashbacks right now of Arsene Wenger in the last 10 years, bro. Just sitting there and allowing shit to go on instead of changing it when you can affect the game and you can affect the match. It's not good enough. It's not good enough, man. Sick and tired of bullshit. Nketiah with another header in the box that goes wide. That guy, bro, just bench. I don't understand, yeah, why Eddie Nketiah needs to just hold bench. Even if you put Trossard and Martinelli through the middle, Martinelli can play through the middle. Just do that. But this manager just persists with the same old bullshit of playing the same old players that are not informed and sort of making risky decisions and changing things up. It's not good enough. Ain't good enough. Let me get into the comments. I swear down, I didn't even come out with a drink because I'm flipping. I'm done with this crap, man. But you already know what the excuses are going to be. Oh, don't worry, we got a game in hand. Oh, don't worry, don't panic. It's not panic stations. Really, everything I said that was going to happen is happening. Drop off in form for various players. Yeah, not bringing in enough players to cover certain positions. Certain players not as good as people been hyping up. The fact that this manager has no plan B. Everything I've been saying, everything I said that we could have rectified, that we could have addressed. Nah. Don't worry. Nketiah in the room. Let's trust the boys. Let's get behind the boys. This year we're different. Don't worry about the bench. Everybody can. Who's messaging me now? Deji, I don't want to chat to you right now. Everybody's saying that everything is rosy. We got players that can do a job, players that can do 20 minutes, players that can be rotated. Yeah? Okay, cool. What did I say about Jorginho? Yeah, it's all good that he can come on in the match for the last 20 minutes. Yeah, but he can't do it for 90 minutes. And today it showed. Fabi Vieira came on. What did he do? Ben White came on. What did he do? Tomiyasu. The amount of people that have been gassing me about Tomiyasu. What did he do today? Apart from giving them the lead when we were in control of the game. Nah, it's ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. I just want to hear the excuses. Because with Arsenal, there's always a bunch of excuses. Oh, don't panic. Oh, don't worry about this. Why are you going over the top? Why this, that? And at the end of the season, the same Arsenal fans that are saying this, when they do their little, when they do their season review, these are the games you're going to look at and say, these are the games that we lost the league. But why did the Arsenal fan base not put more pressure on Edu, on Arteta, to get the players in so that we can actually take this title run serious? Because we can already see deficiencies that we could see all the way back in the summer. But that's not the popular thing to say. The popular thing to say is everything's great. Well done, Edu. Well done, Arteta. Yeah, you Marikas are doing the minimal and don't worry about it. We'll just handle everything in the summer once we don't win the league. Once we're not good enough. Once we realize we have certain deficiencies that we've been knowing that we've had for years now. Nah, man. Nah. Northside, big up. Congrats on reaching 2.6k subscribers. Big up to you, bro. I'm fuming today. These players played like a bunch of maricas today. And I'm so sick and tired of it. A big up to you, Craig. Thank you very much, bro. Thank you very much. We go slowly, slowly but surely people realize why I say the things that I say. And I've called it out already. A lot of Arsenal fans, obviously you lot, that are always tuned in, you lot already know what it is. Yeah, we already saw all of this crap. Before, we didn't need to get to this point. We already said Nketiah ain't good enough. Saka, we need rotation for Saka. Jorginho isn't good enough. We should have went for plan A or plan B, not plan C, D, E, F, G, all this bullshit. He ain't good enough. Xhaka is going to have times where he's not playing the best, and he hasn't been at his best. Who's the rotation? Odegaard isn't world class. Why have we got Odegaard and only Odegaard? And then we got Fabi Vieira, which we even saw in the Europa League. The guy can't even do it in the Europa League group stages. What do we think that Fabi Vieira is going to do in the league? Não entendo, caramba. Eu não mereço, isso é injusto. Não mereço essa porcaria. Eu tô cansado. I don't deserve this. It's ridiculous. Tomiyasu, I've been saying this guy has deficiencies. He ain't good enough. He should have got another right back. Zinchenko, I've been calling for this guy to go in the middle. He plays more like a centre mid than a left back. Why is Tini not in the team? I don't understand. Tini's better defensively than Zinchenko, offers you width, and can overlap. Everything that Zinchenko cannot do. Play Zinchenko in Xhaka's position. I think he would excel. But no, it's the same flipping porcaria. I don't understand. And Arteta, you came up against a tactician in Pep. But I'm not seeing tactician level performance, bro. The first half, yes, we played decently. I think we were the better team in the first half. Man City weren't doing anything. But the second half, what's going on? What is going on in the second half? There was no desire, nothing. We were comfortable. This team just wanted to go with a 1-0, with a 1-1 draw. Nah, man, no. This ain't winner mentality. And this is why I said, January, go out there, do what needs to be done. But no, the majority of this fan base only want to see reality when it's flipping too late. Just like last season, when I said, last January, buy players so we can make sure that we get into the top 4. What do we do? Oh, no, don't worry. We'll rest on our laurels. Oh, no, don't worry. We'll keep going with rotation players. Oh, don't worry. We're not going to get the players that we need. And then we bottle top 4. And it's the same way we're going to bottle this league. Because I tell you what, teams and games like Brentford and Everton is where you win the league. Yeah, you can lose to your closest rival, Man City. All right, cool. Yeah, but you need to be picking up points against Everton and Brentford. And you need to, at least against your closest rivals, get a draw. A draw today keeps us still with distance, 4 points off of them. Now they're top of the league. What's the excuse now? Oh, but nobody expected us to shut. No, the expectation is to win. The expectation is to go for the league. This is Arsenal Football Club. This ain't Bournemouth Football Club. You know what I'm saying? The expectation is to win the league. It's not, oh, we're top of the league, we're top of the league. And as soon as we come crashing down from the top of the league, oh, well, we wasn't expected to. We're ahead of schedule. Bro, I'm sick and tired of the porcaria that comes out of this fan base, man. Tô cansado, só falam merda. Não querem ganhar o campeonato. They just want to be some losers. I'm sick and tired of it, man. Your defense is in trouble, Nketiah in the room. Your defense is in trouble, Tomiyasu in the room. Bro, it's appalling, bro. It's absolutely appalling. I'm sick. Tô por aqui, juro. I'm tired, bro. I'm so sick and tired of the same shit. This manager doesn't change things. He takes way too long to make substitutions. He doesn't make the changes that need to be done. And we have to ask questions. Because I'm sorry, we got embarrassed, yeah? Okay, under Pep, everyone knows that Pep's a better manager than Arteta. Let's be real, yeah? It's student versus the professor. But I'm already seeing this man getting outmaneuvered by Eddie Howe. I want to say Eddie Howe's a massive tactician, but he knows how to nullify us. He did it with Newcastle this year, yeah? I'm seeing Thomas Frank, for the Brentford manager, being able to out-tactic Arteta. How come the Brentford manager plays attacking football until he comes up against one of the big six and then knows how to make his team hard to beat and hit you on a counter? How is it that he's able to identify that, but this manager's not able to identify that? Please, okay, so I'm done, man. I'm done. You can't load up Arteta like the savior, and then every time we need this guy to tinker with the team, make the adjustments that are needed, he doesn't do it. But yet everyone wants to overgas this manager. He ain't great. As soon as tiki-taka football doesn't work and pretty little triangles, what is it that we do to affect the game? Because I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. We can play the way Man United play, counter-attacking football, 4-2-3-1. We've got the personnel to do it. So why don't we do it? Why don't we change it up? Why don't we give Pep something to think about? He's expecting us to play a certain way. We're going to check at halftime. We're going to change it. Hit them on the counter attack. Why can't we? We got pacey wingers. We got a midfield that can play the 4-2-3-1. We got the personnel that can play that. Why don't we do that? Why don't we change it out? Something different. But no, it's the same bullshit. Tiki-taka, pass it backwards, sideways, slow on the break. We don't give the ball in. Certain balls that I saw today into Saka was ridiculous. Saka's, and even to Martinelli, as much as I get onto Martinelli's performance, slow, taking way too long, allowing our attackers to get marked up or doubled up on. It's not good enough. It really isn't good enough, man. Where's Partey like for CDM to bring on? Where's a prolific striker to bring on? Oh, wait. Exactly, bro. Everybody thought this season was going to be different, yet history beginning to repeat itself for Arsenal fans. Bro, same old crap, man. Every same... What do you mean? Every same disubs every time. Martinelli Trossard after 70th minute, like a robot. Bro, this guy doesn't know what he's doing, bro. He don't know what he's doing, bro. Where are you Super Reds, super fans? Arteta is the messiah of football, blah, blah, blah. Where are you at? Listen, they'll just say it's a blip or it's Project Youth. We're ahead of schedule. No one expected us to do this. Or they'll say, oh, you know what? The standard this season was only to win the Europa League. We're still in the Europa League. Don't panic. Arteta is still getting his players in. We're going to go big in the summer. I'm telling you, juro por Deus, juro, eu tô a juro. yeah? Sempre vai ter uma desculpa para dizer, não temos que ser campeonato, não temos que ganhar o campeonato, não temos que ser o melhor aqui do Premier League, não temos que fazer isso, não temos que fazer... Eu tô cansado, I'm tired, bro. I'm sick and tired of the excuses. He's still a bum, still getting schooled, also too negligent, arrogant / stupid by the Arsenal staff to see the deficiencies and address in Jan. Bro, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Like, there was things that was in our hands, but we're bottling it. We're bottling it. Knowing that all our rivals are waiting for a historic bottle from Arsenal. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to do what we've been doing for the last 20 years. Yeah? No man management in the game. Don't buy the players that are necessary. Yeah? It's naive, bro. It's naive. Oh, Man City are a different animal. Yeah? Well, you see what kind of animal they are today. Yeah? Because this is the half of the season that they start switching it on. 10-game runs, unbeaten. 15-game runs, unbeaten. This is when they turn it up. And we've been seeing this when they were going up to win the league with Liverpool. But no, we're Arsenal. We don't need to do that. If we need a striker, we won't get one. If we need another right back, we're not going to get one. If we need another CDM, we're not going to get one. If we need a deep line playmaker, we're not going to get one. We'll just keep going with certain man that ain't good enough or certain man that have been failing at this club for years. That's fine. It's Arsenal. Don't worry about it. Yeah? Don't worry about it. We're ahead of schedule. Bottle jobs, the lot of them. I'm telling you, bro. What's that song they sing? We got Super Mick Arteta. He knows exactly what we need. Yeah, right. Some garbage, same tactics, same subs, same minutes. 100%. 100%. I don't think anyone can deny that. Did you see KDB? He shoved Arteta and gave him a telling off. Nobody respects him, not even the players. Yeah, I found that interesting. I can't even lie. Like the way, because Arteta was trying to like hold the ball for a while. And the way he just barged him off the ball. Like, bro, move, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're just a bench boy, bro. Cons and bibs. You know what I mean? The cons and bibs guy. You know what I mean? Backroom staff. Like, flipping past me the ball, bro. Let me show you how you win a Premier League title. Do you get what I'm saying? But it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. But I can see why you may not like Arteta. Arteta comes across very arrogant. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. He can die on that sword because I'm sick and tired of Arteta doing the same old shit. Sick and tired of it. Weeks on end now. Same old tactics. Same old subs, like you said. You know what I mean? It's boring. Absolutely boring, man. This guy's not a tactician. He's not a tactician. This is why we ain't going to win the league. Vexed with this shit manager and his staff. Every player breaks their bad patch against Arsenal. They mark it on their calendar. Haaland scores. Grealish never scores. Everton never win. This is what I'm saying, bro. And the thing is, I don't even think Grealish was doing that well this game. Like, he would receive the ball. I actually think Grealish has been doing quite dead. Like, Grealish would receive the ball. As soon as he sees a man on him, turn back and then just break up the counter-attack and then pass it backwards, sideways, backwards, sideways. Haaland as well, getting marked out the game. Like I said, Saliba was on him. First half, Haaland weren't getting nothing. Even the service that they were trying to give to Haaland, it was getting intercepted. But what do we do? Nah, that's all right. Let's get Gabriel on him. Nah, that's all right. Let's let Grealish get past the ball and Tomiyasu's all the way next to Saka in the other half of the pitch. It's ridiculous, bro. Absolutely ridiculous. Shocking performances yet again. What are these men doing? I've had enough of this. Whole give them love and support. They need, they play like shit, BS, pure bottle jobs. Bottle jobs, bro. The lot of them, bottle jobs. Absolute bottle jobs. Rookie manager, I've been saying it. A lot of these players ain't good enough, and the board and the fans are beyond a joke. Facts, bro. What's this? Why do I keep hopping on these Arsenal streams? Effing depressing. It is depressing, bro. It is depressing. What's this here? We need Jesus back so badly, it's beyond the joke. Listen, not only do we need Jesus, bro, there was things that we need that we don't have. And I said this before. At the start of the season, did anyone predict Arsenal to be in the position that we're in right now? No. Why? Because nobody believed our starting 11 is good enough to win the league. We got into this position. What does that tell you? Granit Xhaka's playing out of his skin. Partey, Odegaard, all these men playing out of their skin to get us in the position that we're in. Instead of going in January and getting players that are world-class, that will give you 9s and 8s and 10 out of 10s more times than not every game, we don't. And now a lot of these players are reverting back to the level that we've seen in past campaigns. Granit Xhaka reverting back to the same level. Odegaard reverting back to the same level. Martinelli showing that he ain't ready to hold down a starting lineup place in this team if we are going to sustain this run to be champions. Eddie Nketiah showing exactly why he's a bench boy and he's better at putting out the bibs, putting out the cones, getting at the goal nets, for training, and that's about it. You know what I mean? Making sure them Lucozade bottles are full up. You get what I'm saying? And make sure that the shower is all clean and everyone's got towels. That's what you're good for. Because you ain't good enough to be a striker for Arsenal. I've seen proper strikers here. I've seen Adebayor, Kanu, Thierry Henry, Ian Wright. I've seen proper strikers. Anyone going to tell me that Eddie Nketiah is good enough? And this is why I was laughing at the disgraceful song about Nketiah in the room. Is man dumb about Nketiah in the room? Like I've been saying, why did we not bring back Balogun? Balogun's out on loan, smashing it in League One. Bring him back. You already didn't get a striker. Bring him back. Bring him back. When Nketiah's not doing what he needs to do, bring on Balogun. It's better than not having anyone and just keep him Nketiah on. He ain't good enough. It's getting to the point where now it's not even about service for Nketiah, because Nketiah got service today. He's not clinical enough. I was sleeping. I slept for 2 hours before the game. I'm telling you, you know what I mean? I was not feeling well. I had to take some company, do some cold and flu, some ibuprofen. You know what I mean? And I thought, okay, I woke back up. I'm gonna make the effort. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I'm ill. I'm gonna make the effort. These men don't care. These men don't give a shit. If these men gave half a shit that I did today, even though I'm ill right now, and actually turned up, we would have won this game. Because Man City weren't looking that great in the first half. And we should have put the game to bed, but we didn't, because we don't have the personnel, because we're naive, thinking that, we're ready top of the league. Yeah. So the crunch end of the season, don't worry. We'll just steamroll it. It doesn't matter. I'll just steamroll it. It is what it is, man. This club is run like this because the fan base as a whole are not like us that have high standards. The majority of this fan base have low standards and accept all bullshit and every excuse under the sun and don't hold this club accountable. This is exactly why this is at the state that it's at. And that's it. It's as simple as that. But according to AFTV, Jesus doesn't walk back into this team. Bro, I don't even care what them man are saying, bro. Them man just twerk for everything. 10 out of 10 window, new manager, new ideas, trust the manager. Yeah, right, Arteta out. Don't care if we win the next 10 matches, Arteta out. Today was a moment of truth. It was, bro. And 2 L's every time we come out. I think we got City again. We played City in the FA Cup, we lost. We played them today, we lost. And I think we got another game. Anyone confident? Anyone confident for that game? Because I'm not. Nah. I should be relaxing right now, in bed. My back is hurting, my head is hurting, my neck is hurting, and I'm here talking about these fools that don't know what they're doing, playing like maricas. That second half was probably the worst second half I've seen all season. Disgrace, absolute disgrace. No heart, desire, nothing. We didn't want to win this game. We were just comfortable. Nah, I'm done, man. Done out here. Why we playing the ball out the back with Haaland lurking? Disgusting. Because, bro, there's no plan B. Don't worry about it. Eddie, 0 in 4 games. Where is Fuad? Eddie will come good. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm talking about. The whole backline was a fucking shambles. Bro, I'm sick of it. Don't forget about him also. Ballon d'Or candidate in the waiting. That was a disgrace. I'm not putting it just on Jorginho, but this is what I've been saying. This guy defensively is not it. But this club, these fans always have an excuse. The club doesn't need to do what they need to do. It's okay that we got plan B Mudryk. Even if you don't rate Mudryk, I don't rate Mudryk. But it's okay. Chelsea finessed us for 2 players. It's okay. Jorginho was plan C. That's all right. That's okay. It's all right that we didn't get Rice. It's okay that we didn't get Moses Caicedo. We got Jorginho. Yeah, he can do a job for us. Like I said, and I will always say, when someone tries to justify a player to me by saying, oh, he can do a job, you already know he ain't good enough. And God forbid your starter in the same position gets injured, because this player that can just do a job Once he now has to be your main player and play 90 minutes week in, week out, now that starts to become a problem. And now we've seen that with Jorginho. So it is what it is. Xhaka and Jorginho don't do anything quickly. You know these players. Odegaard is apparently best midfielder in world football. Yeah, right. Odegaard, bro, back to the same old standard. And I completely agree with you. Xhaka and Jorginho, even though at times they did play very good balls through, too slow in certain times. Way too slow, which I don't even understand, because we did that so well at the start of the season, playing through balls and playing counter-attacking balls really, really fast, and we would attack you really fast. But now we're just differ on the ball. I don't understand. I've been seeing this now for a couple of weeks. I can't lie. Tommy shouldn't have been anywhere near this game. Exactly. And the sad part is he was one of the better defenders after he assisted KDB. Yeah, I agree. Smash the likes up for my guy Northside speaking truth. Big up to you, bro. Thank you, man. Listen, here's what it is, man. This club gives me a headache, man. Honestly. He looked like an agent today, hugging his City boys at the end of the match. I don't know. Agent Jorginho. It is what it is. I saw him smiling with Haaland at one point. Smiling, bro. We're trying to go for the title. So fiddle that puta. No thanks to you. No thanks to you. Because since you've been at this club, since you come in January, we've not won a game. And you're there and you think you can be there smiling with Haaland. I never saw title-winning Arsenal teams smiling with Man United players. Smiling with Chelsea players. No one's smiling with these man. These man were the ops. There's no smiling buddy. But nah, I'm done with this new age. Everyone's friends in social media. Everyone's got each other's IG and all that. Bruv, you lot are going to war. You think Patrick Vieira's there smiling with people before they're going on the pitch or while they're on the pitch? You must be mad, fam. These players are soft these days, man. Even Man City playing shit and out of form this season, they still won easily in the second half. Even at their worst, we don't beat them. Exactly. Facts, bro. It's happening again. No presence with no party. Nketiah equals crap. So I'm saying it's over. Bottle jobs. 64% possession. Wow, I think that's the highest possession stats we've had against Man City since Pep in charge. 64% possession, but no cutting edge. No meaningful possession. This is the problem. Yeah, but we didn't need a clinical striker, according to Super Arsenal fans. Possession, blah blah blah. You got effing owned. What's this here? I'm not hearing shit from any Spurs fans. Glad you had your cup of coffee in the Champions League. Welcome back to reality. What's this? Honestly, people, let me know how you're feeling, because I'm deflated. I could almost guarantee you, if Spurs, Liverpool, Man United were in the position we were, they had to win this match at home. They would have won this for sure. Well, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Smash the likes up, people. Big up, bro. Big up. Bonta de Limon. Love seeing you run in 2 languages, bro. Listen, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. There's nobody else on YouTube doing Arsenal content ranting in Portuguese. I hope it entertains you lot, because we're all suffering in pain, bro. We're all suffering in pain. I can't lie to you. Jorginho, a spy. We ain't won since he got here. Kivior ain't played yet. Why not? Exactly. This is another one. When we got Kivior, people are saying, but he can play a CDM. So why is he not playing a CDM? Especially when we're seeing that Jorginho is losing the midfield. Why is Arteta not taking off Jorginho and putting Kivior a CDM? I'm telling you, these Arsenal man chat shit. I tell you why, because he's not a good CDM. He probably can he could probably give you a 5 out of 10 performance as CDM, but he's a centre back. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done, man. I'm done. Super Jack Grealish, Kevin De Bruyne with a deadly finish. Grealish took his shot well. Kevin De Bruyne took that shot very, very well to love the keeper. It's mad, bro. It's mad. Arrogant manager who thinks he can defeat the master. And why not Trossard? Doesn't make any sense, bro. And my machine, Erling Haaland, with another goal. Listen, D1, I know you're haps, bro. I don't blame you, bro. What's this here? Big up Northside in the chat. In a few weeks' time, we'll be gone from the title race to a top 4 race. Buckle those seatbelts, people, and enjoy the ride. Ruben Diaz makes a big difference for us. So glad he is back in the team. I do see why, you guys' partnership of Diaz and Ake makes you a lot stronger. But yeah, I see that. I think Bernardo Silva, like I said before, Bernardo Silva did very well in marking Saka. I think Kevin De Bruyne came to life in the second half, playing good through balls, making runs. And so was Haaland. I think he was making runs and leaving his man as well. I don't think Grealish was that great, but he was in a good position for his goal. Second half, City started to come alive and started to make runs and started to play little triangles and actually started having some flow and dynamism in the way that you lot played. So listen, big up to you lot, man. You did what you needed to do. And you, man, got the history of knowing when to turn it on and turning up in big games. We don't. So fair enough to City. I'm not salty about what City's done. They're doing what they need to do and what they've always done. Our pensioners in centre mid that went well. Our wing backs, bunch of clowns. Odegaard non-existent. Ramsdale trying his best to pass to a Man City player. Nketiah missing everything. Pathetic. That pen was a joke. That was never a pen. The ball was already gone before he even collided with each other. Personally, bro, I did think it was a pen. But overall, today's performance, I don't believe that we deserve winning this game. And we didn't. So I think the team that deserved it won. For me, all my players was class today, apart from Mahrez. He was off it today. Yeah, he was a little bit off it. I don't think Grealish was class, though, if I'll be completely honest with you. And yeah, I think your players did play well today. You should be happy. I'm just waiting for the toxic positive Arsenal lemons in this fan base to fabricate yet more excuses for another poor performance. Can't blame refs or VAR and can't say top of the league anymore. The excuses was already there for them, bro. The excuses was already there for them. And the excuse was, well, no one expected us to be in this position. And that's the excuse, bro. Can I have the link, please? Or are you going solo? Solo today, bro. No link today. No link because I'm not well and it's going to make me stay on for too long, bro. But love for the super chat anyway. As a City fan, Arsenal weren't that bad. Honestly. Don't worry, though. We're very capable of bottling it. You'll probably beat Villa. Bro, I don't know. I don't know about that because Emery is going to come back with a vengeance. And I don't see Arteta being able to outsmart him. I think Emery is more of a tactician than Arteta. And I think Arteta is going to get outdone, if I'll be completely honest with you, bro. But love for the super chat. Big up to you. We were sloppy. Xhaka was a donkey today. Went back to the old school Xhaka that is careless on the ball. Man got bodied by Haaland in the first half. Zinchenko needs to hit bench now because he was useless today. Absolutely useless, bro. But this manager just doesn't change things. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Dog shit coaching, Odegaard invisible once again. But let's not panic. I agree with Trossard and Martinelli. My boys delivered tonight. My club, City. Smash the like button, though, people. No Arteta fans texting me tonight. They have been super quiet recently. Bro, don't worry. They'll all gather together, see what's popular, what everyone's saying on Twitter, what everyone's saying on Instagram, see the most popular excuse, and then run with that excuse. That's what it'll be. Pissed off, man. Playing out from the back shouldn't it be if on doubt, kick it out? Bottlers. Yeah, facts, man. Facts. Eddie had his purple patch and it ended against United. Other than that, he's good for hat tricks against League One opposition. Bro, how come we see that and the club can't see that? Merger surgery is needed. Lemon fans, Arteta, Edu, Vinay, hierarchy, Cronkies, every single one of them need to piss off. The real fans with brutal honesty deserve better than this. We do, bro. We do. They will say we hit the target of top four finish. No serious winning mentality in this club leadership. And this is the thing. We have no guarantee that we're going to be able to be back in this position. You know, Chelsea are not resting on their laurels. They're going to be going again. All the players that they've bought, they're going to be going again. You know, Man United look like they could be sold. They may be sold by next season. And they already spent more money than Man City without even having Arab owners and them oligarchs running their club. If they get another billionaire, another oil billionaire, then they're going to have even more money than City. You know, then you have Liverpool that are going to try to come again. This is the time that we needed to do what we needed to do and go out and get the players, but we didn't. And it is what it is. And honestly, Arsenal fans are just deluded. They think that everyone's going to stand still and we're just going to be able to just get all our targets. It's not going to be like that. A lot of our rivals are going to strengthen. And a lot of our rivals have, a lot of them have got a better recent history than we do. So why would players pick Arsenal over them? And some of them have better managers. Ten Hag is a better manager, and he's in charge of a bigger club. Chelsea have been the most successful team in the last how many years and have won everything in world football. Man City, they look like they're going to be champions again, have already won 4 Premier Leagues out of 5. Why are they not? And they got a better manager. This is what I'm saying. But all the excuses of leave it to the summer, don't worry, wait to the summer. Who says our targets are going to want to come in? We already lost 2 targets to Chelsea this season. And they're all the way down in 10th, 11th, 13th, wherever they are, mid-table. And we lost 2 targets, Mudryk and João Felix. So it's delusional, man. It's actually delusional. Watch us going 3rd next week and 4th in March, the Europa League settings in April. Bro, I think we're just going to get top 4. I'm not going to lie. No excuse, Manu, calma. Perdemos sim, mas ainda falta muitos jogos. Vamos perceber que em maio estamos em primeiro lugar. Listen, for me, bro, it's not karma, bro. I'm sick and tired of this, bro. I'm sick and tired of the negligence of this club. And everything I've been predicting is what it is. I already said a couple of games ago, after the January transfer window closed, I said, we're not winning the league. I do not see us being able to keep up the great performances that we've had this season. So I don't see Arsenal winning the league. We're not winning the league. I don't think we're keeping pace with Man City. Where you at, Jez and Brandon? Come on, go on a run. I don't know where they're at. I haven't seen them in the chat. The ref excuses begin for a lot of fans. What's this? I bet you Northside watch the AFTV team twerking for Edu and Arteta tomorrow for their incompetent. Yeah, well, probably, bro. Stylistically, cannot go toe-to-toe with City. Arteta is a B-Tech Man City. Pep is the OG Man City. It's time to go low block at the Etihad and hope for a draw. The only saving grace is 1 game in the hand. Bro, this is what I said, bro. Like, big up to you, bro. This is exactly what I said. Why did we not learn from what Spurs did? Why? Play the low blow. It seems to be the kryptonite for Man City. Play the low blow. Every time Kevin De Bruyne gets the ball, 2 man on him. Every time Bernardo gets the ball, 2 man on him. Hit them on the break. Allow them to play the high line and just hit them on the break and try and get a scrappy 1-0 or at least a draw. Would have been better than this 3-1 result. But what do I know? What do I know? Everyone's like, oh, if we get an early goal. Bro, these men are starting to hit form. We should have shit our way to a draw or a win. Ideally a win. But we didn't. We tried to match them and play them at the same game. So, Ivan, bro, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. It's ridiculous. It's not over till it's over. It's still in our hands. I hope the team doesn't drop their heads. Go and continue to pick up points and hope that City drop points by the time we play them at the Etihad. Listen, I'm not seeing it. How many more games have we seen? And I've not seen Arteta implement any difference of play in terms of making earlier substitutions, earlier than 60 minutes, to playing a different style. I've not seen it from this manager. And that is why I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. This game we needed Kieran Tierney and Trossard in the team from the beginning, but yet again, this manager failed to do what was required. Bro, he keeps putting the same old lineup in the same old system, doing the same old things. It's just jarring, like. If it ain't working, bro, change it up. You know, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Exclusive. According to multiple reports, sources, Edu's job is under threat. Bro, his job is under threat. It's under threat, bro. Edu and Arteta got praised when we got 8th and 5th. So why would their job be in under threat when we're second in the league? That told you everything, bro. That told you everything. You know what I'm saying? It's all comfortable at Arsenal, and that's why we've been world-class losers for the last 20 years. Arsenal is showing this last games that they can't handle pressure. Losing to Man City is no shame, but failing to get the job done against Everton and Brentford, exactly. It wouldn't have been so bad if we got the job done against Everton and Brentford. But this made it a must-win because we did drop points in those games. So I completely agree, bro. They can't take the pressure. They can't, and I'm seeing a lot of complacency from a lot of these players. They're starting to get a bit too cocky, like thinking that they've already made it. Like, nah. I've been calling out Zinchenko at left back, dog shit defender. Time to go back to basics and bring in old school nonsense left back Kieran Tierney. Put Zinchenko in the mid. Facts. I'd put Zinchenko in the mid as well because I actually think he can excel in the mid. He does it for his country. Why can't he do it here? And the fact is, we don't really have any good rotation players in the midfield. So I think Zinchenko would do bits in the midfield. Everyone will be like, oh, but we are top four. Or no one expects Arsenal to win the league. We had chances to really win the league this year. With a good January, we could have done it. We could have, bro. Sorry, guys, but back to life, back to reality. Edu, Vinay, and the Cronkies need to get out of the club. That's what I'm saying. 4 games with no wins this season. Done. Project Youth went out the window when we signed Jorginho. There you go. Arteta needs to be backed financially, man. He needs to get quality players in this team. Some of them not good enough. Yeah, but listen, there's one thing saying that he's not being backed to get his number 1 targets, but that doesn't stop you bringing on subs a lot earlier. That doesn't change you in changing your system. It doesn't change you in making your team more resilient and having a plan B. It doesn't change any of that. I understand, yes, he needs better players, but at the same time, man comes out and says he's happy with the players that he got, and these are the players that he wanted. So if these are the players that you wanted, make it work then, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't good enough. Like, I'm not seeing enough tactical nous from this manager, and this is what happens when you get somebody that's never been in this position, isn't a tactician, hasn't went and got his stripes, in other leagues. And built up his footballing knowledge, but other teams. This is what happens. Naivety. The last 12 years, nothing has changed with this club. City are the true mentality monsters. This was always coming, man. We are bigger bottle jobs than Tottenham. Round about the same. Every time it comes to the crunch in the last couple of years, we bottle it. Arteta out fan, I'm proven right. It is what it is. As a City fan, I feel slightly bad for Arsenal. No, but it is what it is, man. Arsenal are getting not us fans, but the club is getting exactly what they want. It is what it is. I still think Arsenal played well today, though. As a City fan myself, De Bruyne was definitely lucky because Tomiyasu decided to hoof the ball at him. The ball is shit, and the fans are dickheads with no standards. Arsenal have been broken, and this is the end of the league. Watch all the Arteta faithful switch up. Grealish played very well. He was controlling the ball, keeping possession. Grealish has been fantastic, especially since we came back from the World Cup. All right, fair enough. We can agree to disagree, bro. We can agree to disagree. Our defense was a shambles today. What a weak mentality we exhibited today. We started the game with fear and adopted slowly, but unfortunately, no plan B and a lack of mental strength. What's this? Northside, truly, what manager would take this club forward? Because this is barely a top 4 team. Bro, a lot of managers wouldn't gone and got Fabi Vieira. A lot of them wouldn't have gone and got Tomiyasu. They wouldn't have, persisted with Xhaka. They would have got better than Xhaka, if I'm going to be completely honest. You know what I mean? A lot of managers wouldn't have just kept Eddie Nketiah. They would have went out there and got better. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. We got Tottenham level board to expect Tottenham success. I can't really argue with that. I really hope the club doesn't spin this downfall as as a we are ahead of schedule BS. Every team will improve next year. Chelsea, Man U, Liverpool, even Newcastle this season was our chance. 100%. 100%. But they will spin it, bro. They will spin it. They will spin it. And the fans will allow them to spin it. Because the fans, half of this fan base are Cronky lawyers and Arteta lawyers. You know what I mean? These men just want to defend these, man. I don't really get it. Balogun is super pace as well. Would have been a good addition. But what do we know, bro? What do we know? What do we know? Only Jorginho, Saka, Ramsdale can hold their heads up high from tonight. Listen, let's focus to the next match, lads. Listen, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel deflated right now. I can't lie. Arsenal stressing me out. Edu lost you guys a title. Edu out. What's this here? What's this? Arteta's management is in questioning because he showed for the past 4 games that doesn't know how to motivate the team. We've been in poor form and yet he doesn't change anything. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not seeing it, bro. Like, he has one way of playing football and that's it. He ain't a tactician. He ain't a tactician. He's a man manager. That's what he is. He's a man manager. He ain't a tactician, bro. Northside, legend, man. Absolute legend. Big up to you, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the kind words. Listen, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? A lot of Arsenal fans just want to bury their heads in, you know, they just want to bury their heads in the sand, not look at reality. The reality is staring them straight in the face. Everything that's going on here, we mentioned it. We spoke about it. But typical Arsenal, man. Typical Arsenal. How can us fans see players not good enough, but yet Arteta, the manager, doesn't? I don't know, bro. I'm as lost as you lot. I just don't get it. Jorginho was a frown signing, but shows he's world class. Took the midfield, but our defense was a complete shambles. Jorginho was bad. Bayern never liked it. No, I never liked it either, to be honest. I knew Jorginho came on. We don't want to win the Premier League. Eddie, Odegaard, Vieira, Xhaka, Martinelli, all shit. Overrated bunch. Yeah, I do think they're overrated. I can't even lie. I can't lie. What's this here? Jorginho wasn't bad today. Zinni being on for 90 minutes is a crime against football. I think Jorginho was bad in the second half. I think in the first half he was all right. As soon as in the second half where City started to press us and bring the game to us, I think Jorginho wasn't able to control the midfield. And if you're filling in for Thomas Partey, that's not good enough. Because your main job is to control that midfield, cut the passing lanes, make sure you recover the ball and start counterattacks. And he wasn't able to do that. Players' confidence is gone, probably because a man decided to bin the FA Cup run. What's going on here? What's going on here? A wise man once said, "Football's a humbler." Exactly. What's going on here? You lot are in the early kickoff of Saturday, innit, bro? I'm not sure, bro. I need to check. I'm so disillusioned with Arsenal right now. I need to check, bro. I'm not even sure. I'm really not even sure. Igal got battered badly in a live stream for being a soft snowflake. It is what it is. I don't really agree a lot with what Igal says, but it's his opinion, isn't it? It's his opinion. I get that he always wants to be positive, but I think there's more positivity in being realistic. Once you can identify the problems with your club in terms of scouting, players, man management, tactics, then you can push on for greater things. I've never seen the criticism and the high standards of Real Madrid, Bayern Munich ever affect their teams in a negative way. If anything, it's made them the most successful teams in the world. It's only at Arsenal that a lot of Arsenal fans don't want to criticize Arsenal the way they needed to. But it is what it is, bro. Granit had an opportunity to score, but didn't shoot nor play a pass that could have been a goal. Nketiah missed a free header and loads of chances in the first half. This is what I'm saying. He ain't good enough, bro. He is not good enough. Gracie May, big up Gracie, big up Gracie. Make sure you subscribe to Gracie's channel. Certain Arsenal fans keep talking about this game in hand, but the game in hand will only mean something if you win all your games from now till the end, till the game in hand. Yeah, exactly, bro, exactly. But there's always an excuse, bro. There's always an excuse. What's this here? Can I jump on, bro? If you're still on, then yeah, you can jump on, have your say, bro. And then after that, yeah. There you go, Brandon. Big up to you. There you go. There's the link, bro. I'm not getting everyone on. So just warning you lot, because I'm not well today. I feel a little bit rough, and this match has pissed me off. But yeah, we'll get Brandon on. Big up Northside. I'm fed up of this club doing the same thing year in, year out, and accepting the bare minimum. Big up North, yeah. Big up Northside. I'm fed up with this club doing nothing for 18 years, and the fans not taking this bullshit to account. We equalized, and the fans were singing "Super Arteta." We're on the way to Champions League. It's mad. But listen, we've got Brandon here. Let's get Brandon on. Let's get Brandon on. How you doing, bro? You good? I can't hear you. I think you're on mute. I can't hear you at the moment. Yeah. I can't hear you at all. I haven't got you on mute. I don't know if you're on mute. No worries. We'll wait for Brandon. To jump back on. Beating City at home ain't for everyone. Definitely not for us. To win a title, you need to go on a good run, second half of the season, or win a huge game. Even Leicester went to City in February and won 3-1 when they won the title. Tonight was our chance, failed miserably. This is what I'm saying, bro. I just don't see it. Felt we started okay, but Tommy set the tempo with that shambolic back pass. Dog shit, never rated him. This is a title match. You can't make mistakes, especially when you ain't ever been in this position. So I'm talking about, bro. Once I saw the starting lineup, I knew City's overload in attack was going to overwhelm our piss weak mid with no legs. I would have scrapped up our lineup for a 4-4-2 or 4-2-3-1. We were sitting ducks. Brandon?
How are we doing? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. How you doing?
All good, mate. All good. I see in the comment section that the video is getting about quite quickly.
What video is that?
Of me back and forth, let's just say. But I'm pissed, bro. I'm pissed. I'm so pissed. 4 games ago, we was 8 points clear, and now we've absolutely bottled it. Everton, Sean Dyche. We got absolutely Sean Dyche. Brentford, again, we was lucky to even come out of that game with a point. And then tonight, the players, and I'm sorry, but it is the players. The players bottled it tonight. Again. Bottled it. I was confident going into that game. I was confident that it's at the Emirates. We're going to have the crowd behind us. Yeah, okay, we've not been performing particularly well over the last couple of weeks, but let's be honest, Manchester City are not the same Manchester City that they were. And I was confident that we could get the job done. And for the first 45, 50 minutes, we was the better team. I was really worried about Jorginho coming in. Majorly worried about Jorginho coming in. But if I'm being honest, in the first 45 minutes, he was the standout player on the pitch. On both sides. For the first 45 minutes. But a game is not won in 45 minutes, bro. It's not. And I thought we was very unlucky to go 1-0 down. Obviously, Tomiyasu with the mistake. Now, I kind of let him off a little bit with that because he hasn't played a lot of football recently. And you kind of have to question Mikel Arteta about it because I can see what Arteta was trying to do. Tomiyasu more defensively minded than Ben White in that position. He's trying to put Jack Grealish on lock. He's trying to put Riyad Mahrez on a little bit of lock as well to stop them from creating things for Man City. But I just think he's overthought that. You know, I know Ben White hasn't been great over the last couple of weeks, but Ben White is also quite instrumental to how we attack down the right-hand side. Because although he doesn't overlap all the time, he makes overlapping runs. Tomiyasu doesn't overlap at all. So Saka was isolated yet again. So yeah, we go from that the mistake where I think we're unlucky to go 1-0 down. Obviously, we won the penalty. Saka, you know, put that in the corner where Edison pointed to as well. And I just think that's like cheeky of him. But then from the game, from that point in the game, I'm expecting Arsenal to go on and show another level, show another gear. You know, we've got ourselves back into the game. We was the better side. And we just died in the second half, bro. Absolutely died in the second half. Once again, individual errors costing us. And it's funny, actually, because what kicked the goal off on the football terrace, and, you know, you'll have to go back and watch Northside to see exactly what happened, was because I called them pussies. Because that's what they are, pussies. Yeah? Eddie Nketiah, 3 great opportunities to score tonight. Didn't take any of them. Granit Xhaka at 2-1 has an opportunity to have a shot from the edge of the box. How many goals has Granit Xhaka scored outside of the box for Arsenal? And he didn't take it. And I was so angry, bro. Because, okay, I'm not saying that he's going to score from there, but at least have a shot on goal. At least have a shot on target. Instead, he's pissing around with the ball. Why? Why? You're not going to get many opportunities against Manchester City. You've got to understand that. You've got to take your chances when you get them. Then, the bozo gene comes out again. The bozo gene. He got life. Life. When Man City was given that penalty. Because let's not make any mistake about it. That is a penalty. That was a penalty. And he was lucky that it was flagged offside and he was saved by VAR. But my question is, did he learn from his mistake? Did he hell? Did he hell? Dilly-dallying around with the ball. Zinchenko did the same thing. And we got away with it. And then Gabriel goes and does the same. Mistake after mistake after mistake, costing us. Martin Odegaard, where was he tonight? Martinelli, where was he tonight? Questions have to be asked yet again because in my mind, okay, Ben White, he's been not great over the last couple of weeks. You're dropping him for Tomiyasu. Well, in that case, then, why are you not dropping Martinelli and bringing in Trossard? Trossard came on and he looked... He didn't even do much and he looked better than what Martinelli did in that game. And again, it's the same shit from the manager.
On what basis, yeah? You're not, as a manager, it's about who's in form, who's playing right, gets selected. On what basis is Martinelli playing this game? On what basis is Zinchenko playing this game?
But forget that, though, bro. Right? Forget that, right? He's chose these players. He's chose his first 11. Fine, fair enough. But my point is, he's made the same substitutions again tonight as what he's made in the past 3 weeks. And the substitutions that he made, did they work out for us in the last 3 weeks? Did they actually change the game? No, they didn't. So try and do something different. We've got Kieran Tierney sat on the bench doing nothing. Nothing. Kieran Tierney, you know.
But why would the sub be different if the system's always the same? One at half time, yeah. 1-1 at half time. We're lucky to be back into this game because we wasn't that dangerous going forward, to be real. Martinelli's getting rubbish passes. They were always behind him. He's always having to turn to get the ball. The same for Saka. Xhaka and Jorginho was playing in good balls, but a lot of time they're dabbling on the ball way too long, allowing City to get back into position, which is why we couldn't break them down, which is weird because at the start of the season, we used to be very quick on our counter attacks. Now we're indecisive. We're very, very indecisive with our passing. We're not very direct and not very fast. Why not set up 4-2-3-1 and make sure that you stifle Man City? And even if you shit out your way to a draw, that's better than dropping all points. But no, it's naive. It is completely naive. We make all these chances. Look how many chances. Eddie Nketiah in the last couple of games hasn't had a lot of chances. Today he had so many chances and doesn't score any. Granit Xhaka had a chance in the box and is dabbling and in two minds whether to pass it or shoot, then gets marked, shoots, and it's blocked. Saka had a chance where he gets the ball, he takes about 5 touches, and then Ake just blocks him. And it's like, bro, you guys need to be a lot faster. Martinelli, the reason I'm starting to doubt this Martinelli guy, is his decision-making in the final third. One thing I love about Saka, if he sees 2 men on him, he'll play a 1-2 with Nketiah, play a 1-2 off of Odegaard, create space for himself. Then he'll run down the channel. Martinelli, dabbles on the ball, just keeps dribbling, going nowhere, doesn't run the channel, and then by the time he wants to make a pass or a shot, it's too late. He allows the opposition to cover him. Martinelli's not fast enough in his decision-making, and this is why he always looks second best to Saka, because Saka's a lot faster. Saka will receive the ball, pass it quickly, and then make a run. Saka will receive the ball, run down the channels. Do you get what I'm saying? He's a lot faster. Martinelli takes too long.
Yeah, and do you know what else? Do you know what else? If I'm Mikel Arteta, Gabriel and William Saliba, early start tomorrow, you're in the fucking gym pushing weights because they got bullied by Haaland tonight. Bullied. It's not good enough, bro. Not when you're in a title race. Not when you know. I'm getting flashbacks from last season. We all remember Brighton, Crystal Palace, Southampton, the 3-game run that we went on where we lost all 3, which ultimately, in the end, along with the Newcastle loss and the Tottenham loss, cost us top 4. Yet I'm getting told, and I'm sure you guys are as well, that I'm negative for now turning around and saying we ain't winning the league this season. Because what people are forgetting is it's all about momentum. We haven't got the momentum. Manchester City have got the momentum. Yes, we've got a game in hand, but guess what? We've got Aston Villa this weekend. And anybody who goes, oh, it's only Aston Villa. Guess how many times Unai Emery has had Mikel Arteta's pants down? Twice with Villarreal. So for anybody to sit there and say that Aston Villa is a formality, you're lying to yourselves, number one. And number two, right? Does anybody think that we're going to win more games for the remainder of this season than Manchester City when we've still got to play Liverpool at Anfield? Now, regardless of whether Liverpool is the same Liverpool or not, it's still Anfield. Secondly, we've got to play Chelsea as well, by which point most of their new signings I would have thought would have started to settle in as well. So we've got a hard run of games. If you look at Manchester City's fixtures, they're not as difficult as ours. And not only that, they have been there, done it, seen it. We already know they chased down Liverpool when they was 14 points clear, and they still won the league that year. So do you think little old Arsenal, who have got 1 or 2 players who have the winning mentality, and the rest of them are just like, it's the same players that let us down last season that have let us down tonight? Gabriel, Tomiyasu, the same people, bro. The same. Do you think anything's going to change between now and the end of the season? No, it ain't. The only thing that is going to happen is the club's PR will come out and go, well, you know, the aim was top 4 anyway. And then all these little fucking fanboys will lap it up again. I'm not happy with that, bro, because at the end of the day, come January, we're in an excellent position to go on and win this league title. The first one in 18 years is probably the only major opportunity that we're going to get to win a league title, because let's not forget, these teams will strengthen. And we don't tend to strengthen as good as these other teams in the market because we're penny pinching all the time. So January was a prime opportunity. I believe at the time we was like 8 points clear as well. Something stupid like that.
Mm.
To go in, get your targets, and make sure you bring this Premier League title home. Did we do enough? Did we fuck? Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you all right now, Ivan Toney, Mitrovic is scoring at least one of them chances that Eddie and Nketiah had tonight. At least one. At least one. Yeah? Jorginho, great 45 minutes. After that, died. And then people wonder why. We don't want Jorginho at Arsenal. 31-year-old Jorginho. Yeah? Kivior. What? Is he been brought in just to warm the bench? So my man can continue to bring on the same subs week in, week out. The same subs that don't do anything to get us the extra points that we need, to win us the fucking games. Sean Dyche, you know. Brentford. I know Brentford are a decent side, but come on. You're in a title race. And Manchester City, let's be honest, right? Manchester City, I looked at them tonight, right? And they're not the same City as they were a few years ago. But in all honesty, I looked at them and I thought, if they really wanted to, they could go up an extra couple of gears and blow us away. We don't have
100%.
extra gears. That's the
100%.
problem. We don't have extra gears. We have what we saw tonight. And that's it.
No, 100%. I want to get Manny in. Manny, how you doing, bro? What'd you make it today?
First of all, bom tarde, meu irmão. Como está, bem?
Tudo bem, obrigado.
Sei bem, obrigado. And it's always wonderful to see you, rant in both English and Portuguese. And big up to Brandon and big up Natsta to you. How are you doing, mate? Good?
Yeah, good, man. All good. You know how it is. All good in the hood. Understood, brother.
Yeah.
Apart from tonight, of course. But yeah, in general, I'll manage.
Yeah.
I'll manage.
Yeah. Listen. We don't. We may love Arsenal, but we don't live and die by their results, contrary to what some people might think. But I want to actually go on board to say this right now. Mikel Arteta has basically proven that he is nothing but an absolute coward. I don't know if you saw our Instagram chat, Northside, but I remember putting in an article from the BBC about how all of these referees at the grassroots level and lower level have now been subject to vicious attacks from fans and managers and players, with some of them even receiving death threats. And I will tell you something right now. Because of the disgraceful conduct towards the referees that we're seeing from players and even managers, it's filtering down to the lower leagues who don't have the benefit of the technology that we take for granted in the Premier League. And yet those poor referees who are doing their jobs aren't getting protection and they're being abused. And the reason why I'm sorry for digressing is because I segue back to Mikel Arteta's comments where he basically ripped into Lee Mason for his incompetence in not doing his job of drawing the offside lines, and said that he didn't want an apology. He wanted 2 points back. Well, you know what? You had a chance to get 3 points tonight, or at least one tonight, and you flopped miserably. And you know what? The offside lines were even drawn for you, and you better be grateful that they were drawn, because you could have conceded another goal. It could have been 4-1 or maybe even 5-1. And it's disgusting, really. And Arteta had his chance to put his money where his mouth was, and select a team which had the intent of going into the game to show City what we were made of, or at the very least make sure that they didn't come away from the Emirates with all 3 points. Instead, what we got was a few passages of play where we looked good, only for the number 14 to completely muck up whatever chances he got. Although credit to him for the work he did to earn our penalty. Pin a rose on his nose for that. And then, of course, when City scored, I was having that sickening feeling when we equalised with what was a contentious penalty, but according to the likes of Dermot Gallagher and a few others, I know Dermot Gallagher is not exactly the benchmark of a good referee, but he believed that it was the right decision indeed. And we got back in, and at 1-1 going into the half, this should have been the time when we started to become completely serious about this and say, you know what? This is an opportunity now to really kick on here. And Arteta should have been proactive enough. If Tomiyasu was struggling against Jack Grealish that badly, hook him off and try and bring Ben White on. If Zinchenko wasn't able to, defend adequately well enough and provide the overlapping that Martinelli did, hook him off and bring on Kieran Tierney. Hook off Martinelli and maybe after an hour and bring on Trossard. Make these substitutions, be proactive, and do something for heaven's sake. And yes, we can blame the players too. Gabriel Magalhaes in his 100th game for Arsenal had what I would call an absolutely shocking performance. And we've seen some shockers from him before. We thought he had actually turned the corner after his World Cup admission, but it was back to the same old, same old, same old. And from the defense, I mean, aside from maybe Saliba, to an extent, none of them could say they had a good game. Aside from perhaps Jorginho, Odegaard and Xhaka could certainly not say that they had a good game. I thought Jorginho, given that he was thrust in at the last minute because Partey couldn't make the team, he certainly didn't let anyone down. And in the first half, he actually linked up beautifully with the attack and also provided some solidity to the defense. Although I probably wouldn't give him as high a rating as I would like, given that he probably did start to fade away and become a bit anonymous in the second half. And then, Saka was just running around, so much endeavour, trying to make something happen, but he also started to feel the strain. And do not get me started on Eddie Nketiah. I mean, apart from winning the penalty, he did sweet bugger all. So this is another example today of how basically we were all talk, all buff and bluster, expecting, us to get everything. And then because we lost today, we don't even know how to sort of handle something like this, and we start making excuses. I'm assuming, Northside, that you're a big fan of boxing, yeah?
Wouldn't say casual fan.
Okay, so I'm now going to sort of end my rant and hand the mic over to Natster by paraphrasing Sylvester Stallone from Rocky Balboa. The Premiership is not all sunshine and rainbows. It's a mean, nasty, vicious league to play in. And I don't care how good a manager you think you are. I don't care how good a team you think you have. There will be many occasions where you are beaten to your knees. And if you allow teams to keep you on your knees, they will keep you there. The same issues that we had during the latter half of Wenger's year, when we thought that we could, prance our way through. But then when we get roughed up, we just couldn't like it. It's second half Wenger all over again. Now, there is no league that is going to beat you down as hard and as frequently as the Premiership. Teams like Manchester City and now even teams at the very top are going to try to beat us down, and maybe they will succeed. But here's the thing. It isn't how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit, how well you can take those big hits and keep moving your team forward and recovering from those setbacks and going on to do well. That is how you win. You think you're a good enough manager to win the Premiership? Go out there and win the Premiership. Go out there and inspire your players, albeit without a light bulb, yeah? Do whatever you have to do and make sure that your team wins the league, and make sure you win the league if you want to have all the credit you think you deserve. But as a manager, you've got to be willing to take these defeats on the chin, accept responsibility for your failures and your failings as a manager, and not make excuses saying the linesmen were incompetent, or we had too many injuries, or we didn't want to spend too much money to get players who we didn't think would add to our squad. Because you know what, Mikel Arteta? Winners don't do that. Cowards do. And if you're going to keep doing that, then I'm sorry. You're a coward. And you need to hang your head in shame. So, a warning to you, shape up or ship out.
Couldn't have said it any better, man. Couldn't have said it any better. Totally agree. Natstar, what do you make of today? What's your thoughts on today, bro?
Well, same old. Same team, same kind of performance that we're used to seeing. Same negligence of the squads. I know that's coming from January, but same indecisiveness from the manager. You could almost put the kind of rant that I had last game and put it into here, because it's basically just rinse and repeat. I've been telling all you motherfuckers, not you guys right here, but everyone else, like Wet Wipes TV and the rest of them, toxic positive motherfuckers, you know what the score is right now. And if you don't, you will only see it when it's far too late. I mean, first and foremost, Tomiyasu, that is an absolute howler. That is an absolute shocker. Aaron Ramsdale didn't cover himself in much glory today, but the whole defence and midfield, we got annihilated. We got touched. Prison settings, we got absolutely touched. It was painful. It was hard to watch that as an Arsenal fan. But it just goes back to what we've been saying, what we've been seeing all along, that this team as a whole, with what we've got, even what we bought in, bar Trossard, ain't fucking good enough. Yeah, ain't fucking good enough. Jorginho, I heard Eni, that chick on Amazon Prime, I think she's been on BT Sport and all that. She was saying that Jorginho was a masterstroke. What? I'm sorry. What the hell are you smoking, love? Because it ain't this. It ain't this. I best believe that. Like, masterstroke. You mad? 12 million. And you're telling me that we couldn't get anyone better? We've got better players out on loan than Jorginho. Let's be real. Like I said the previous time, Maitland-Niles, if he's not injured, bring him back. Balogun, of course, bring him back. Because now we're starting to see with Eddie Nketiah, so I'll get onto him. 3 chances, 3 big chances. Couldn't finish his dinner. He couldn't hit a barn door with a machine gun. Best believe, like this guy ain't the killer in front of goal that Balogun is, that Ivan Toney is, that even Mitrovic is, if he was given the chances. Like he's just not that guy. Erdegaard, Wodegaard, Gibraltar, missing guard, Nordgaard. The guy ain't it. Fabio Vieira, who came off the bench again, anonymous. Martinelli.
Bro,
I like Martinelli.
Just
I like
quickly,
Martinelli.
just quickly. As soon as Fabio Vieira came off the bench, I was like, game dusted. Game
No,
done.
I was saying it's dusted like when it was 3-1. But like with Martinelli, as much as I know, as much as I like him, as much as I like Martinelli, and he's like, unofficially like my favourite player. But I will criticise him. When he's been poor, I will say he's been poor. When he's been shit, I will say he's been shit. I'm not like any of these spotty teenagers on Twitter that will just gas everything the club does. Cecil, Robbie has all them like huggy buddy with the Cronkies, with Edu, with Vinay and all of that. Oh, apparently big things are happening in the January transfer window. And then what did we see? Nada. Absolutely nada. No muss, with this football club. But again, top to bottom is an absolute shambles. But as fans, like I said last week, we have to keep the standards. The standards at this football club is why we will never ever win a league title with this regime and with the fans that we've got in the position that we're in right now. Because it's not good enough. It's not elite mindset. It's not elite mentality. It's not winning mentality. This is Barnet, Bore and Wood. And I've been saying this. Our board is probably the worst board in sporting history, never mind in the world right now. Barnet standards. If you go to Barnet right now, if you go to Bore and Wood and say you want to do a swap of boardroom members, they'll probably reject it. They'll probably be like Brighton and Chelsea and them man there when we try and buy their like players and shit. They'll just like, oh no. We don't want Edu. we don't want Vinay. None of them motherfuckers. That should tell you everything. Vinay, I said it before. DFSO for salesman, not good enough. Edu, 3 million for Marquinhos, who's now out on loan by the way. He was meant to be free, but apparently £3 million. Yeah, just to keep Sao Paulo safe. Yeah, on the good books. Yeah, just like with Brighton. Bullshit.
That 3 million thing has kickback written all over it, and we're sitting here.
Brown envelope, mate. Brown envelope. Brown envelope.
Exactly. And
all day, every day.
We're sitting here sneering at City's so-called corruption. What the hell is that all about? You tell me that.
Edu needs to be sectioned, bruv. Like Raul got thrown under the bus, but I bet you Edu is 10 times worse. I'm convinced.
On top of that as well, right? Just going back to the team. The excuses will be we didn't have Thomas Partey, he's our best midfielder. But I thought we brought in Jorginho for his winning mentality. So by that then, yeah, Jorginho should have offered us the winning mentality to get us through the game when we're 1-1. Am I right?
I didn't see any of that.
Do you know what I mean?
I haven't seen that since he's been through the fucking door.
Also, let's not forget, Bernardo Silva was playing left back tonight. And they still did a number on us. Bernardo Silva playing left back, who picked up a booking early on in the game as well. And then after that, You know, he still played on that booking, and we didn't test him one little bit just to see if we could get him a second booking. We didn't isolate Saka against him. We didn't do any of that. We let Manchester City off the hook. Bernardo Silva at left
It's
back,
okay,
you know.
Brandon. It's okay. It's on to the next one. Just like Arsenal and all these toxic positive fans say, it's on to the next one. It's just a blip. It's just a bump in the road.
You know what it is, yeah? Every time you look at managers that reach the top and win things, they're always tactically flexible. Everyone has a preferred system. I'm not against having a preferred system. Pep has a preferred system. Klopp has a preferred system. When you're looking at the downfall of Klopp, he's unable to change that system. Not only has a lot of players aged, and he hasn't really got the midfield anymore that can do what he needs to do, he's not flexible. And I always looked at even Mourinho, even if I don't like Mourinho defensive football, he's always able to adapt. Simeone can still adapt. When you actually watch these guys, they can adapt their system. Of course, they got the basis of the main way they like to play football, but they can adapt. And I have not seen that from Arteta. And I think, it was the downfall of Arsene Wenger as well. Arsene Wenger had one way of playing football, and he couldn't. And this is why the guy was a bum when it comes to Europe. Let's be real. Only Arsenal fans, let's be real. This guy, when it comes to Europe, this guy was a bum. The one time we reached a Champions League final, after that, it was disgusting. All the time, quarterfinals, knockout. Quarterfinals, knocked out. Quarterfinals, knocked out. If you want an elite manager, he has to also, it's not just about, I need elite players. You need to also manage the game. Otherwise, why have we got a manager on the side? You might as well just get the owner. Look, that's the starting lineup. You lot go and do it. Managers are supposed to there to manage the game, change the game.
What's ironic about that then, Northside?
Other teams.
What's ironic about that? Arteta has learnt his trade from Pep Guardiola, who tinkers with his team a lot, maybe more than what he should do, who has a plan B, has a plan A, he even has a plan C. So if you've learnt your trade from a manager who can do that, then surely you should be able to do that yourself as well. It doesn't make any sense.
Not necessarily, because this is what I've been saying, bro. Like, this is what I've been saying. Andres Villas-Boas learned his game under Mourinho. Was he the next Mourinho? No. How many assistant coaches are next to Fergie that became world-class? So this is why when they come up with all this chat about, he was under Pep, bro, I've seen great managers have assistant coaches and have people that come up under them. How many of them were great? Not many, bro.
Yeah, but at the same time,
that don't mean anything.
At the same time, being the assistant manager at Manchester City, who at the time had won 3 out of the last 5 Premier League titles, he should know, just from being there, that you can't win a league playing the same way throughout the entire season. So he must have seen Pep tinker with his team a little bit, adjust things here and there. So you would have thought he would know this. That yes, you have your set style of play and it works the majority of the time. But when you come up against teams that play low block, you've got to play a different way. When you come up against better teams, you've got to adjust the way that you play to suit the game. And Mikel Arteta doesn't do any of that. You're right. It's like you might as well just give these players to a set of owners who go, that's the starting 11. You boys go out and do it. Done.
Yeah, but Brandon, we heard that Arteta is the greatest thing since sliced bread. He's the best young manager on the planet. He came from La Masia. He came from Barcelona. He knows the Barcelona way, the Pep way. But the fact of the matter is, and I've been saying this from the jump, I never wanted him, just like Lee Gunner, probably like everyone else here, right? He is a rookie-ass manager. That's what he is, and he always will be until he learns to adapt. Because like you mentioned, Brandon, Pep can adapt. Klopp, before, maybe not so much now, but before he could adapt when needed. Ancelotti, who I wanted after Wenger, he can definitely adapt. Mourinho, although he's not everyone's cup of tea, he's not mine, but I respect him for what he's done in the game. He can for sure adapt. And there's other great managers. You get Pinecliff when he was at Bayern, he can adapt, and so on and so forth. All these great managers that we've seen in the last 20, 25 years can adapt. This guy has had 4 years. He's in his 4th season, 3+ years, and he's not shown once when the chips are down, when your back's against the wall, can you fucking adapt? Do you know what Arteta reminds me of? Yeah, I'll give you this analogy. I'll give you an example. Better yet, he reminds me of Chris Eubank when he got knocked spark out by Liam Smith. Yeah, Chris Eubank Jr. got touched, and he just got up straight away, and he's like, I can't believe he knocked me down, and he's trying to go again, but he's already shook up. He's wobbling. He's done. He didn't compose himself. He didn't take the count. You know, get up at the 8th or the 9th or whatever, and then you go again. Then you know, you got to adapt. You know, assess. You know, it's like you got to treat it like a game of chess. Do you know what I'm saying? Touch piece, move piece. Think before you act. Be proactive rather than reactive. Arteta is a reactive manager. How can no one else see it?
That was a great example. I'm going to say one thing because I do have to wrap up because it's 1:45 and I need to have some dinner, and I'm not that well. This is what I'm going to say. We can learn from the downfall of Liverpool. Liverpool didn't plan to get the midfielders in to play to their system. We can see a lack of planning at Arsenal as well. Liverpool's manager only has one way of playing football. Arteta seems like the same as well. He's unable to adapt to continue this great form. And I think there's a lot to compare. They run their club in a self-sustaining system just like ours, and we can learn from everything they've done good and the things that they've done badly in terms of dropping themselves out of being contenders for the Premier League. And at the moment, everything that they're doing badly, I can say we're doing badly. The planning, the manager not being flexible. So we need to learn and assess that, because that's a trial-proven way of failing in the Premier League. We can also look at them and say everything that they did well. So there's a lot of examples in the Premier League. It's not just an Arsenal thing for people that just want to be like, oh, give Arteta time and chances and things like that. There are a lot of examples in the league that if you're not proactive, your manager isn't flexible enough, you will fall off, or you won't be able to keep up pace with Man City. Manny, before we close up.
Yeah, North side. Briefly, it's interesting you mentioned Liverpool. I've realised that a win over Everton might not exactly be, you know, all it's cracked up to be these days, given the state of that club. But, you know, winning a Merseyside derby in front of your home fans, this is the same Liverpool team, mind you, which also was able to beat Manchester City 1-0 at Anfield. So they still have a few games to go, but some of their players are coming back. I wouldn't be surprised, mind you, if they made a late push to come back into the European places. Forget about winning the title, that's over. Forget about Champions League, that's done. They've got Real Madrid in the next stage. Chelsea have been beaten by Borussia Dortmund, so neither of them are going to go very far in that tournament, but at least Liverpool could recover. And we've actually got to play Liverpool at Anfield. So if you talk about how we're doing the same things wrong that they're doing, and you consider the fact that they actually, man for man, have at least a marginally better squad than we do, oh my days, we could be in for a shellacking.
The embarrassment is Ten Hag. That's the last thing I'm going to say. The embarrassment is Ten Hag, because everyone's looking at him. He's only been there 7 months. What do Super Arsenal fans say? Nah, the manager needs more of his players. He needs more time. You know, you have to get top 6, then top 4, then you can go for the league. If he gets himself in the title race or finishes top 4, he's done what it's taken 3-4 years for Arteta to do in 7, 8, 9 months. It's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. And he's only brought in 2 of his own players. And nobody's going to overcast that Man United side to me, because nobody was saying before when Ten Hag took the job that it's an easy job and that he's got all the players there and that they're doing very well and these are players that we'd have at Arsenal. Nobody thought that. So it's an embarrassment. It doesn't take 3 years.
Just to add to that real quick, I know you want to close up. Erik Ten Hag has had to go through the exact same thing that Mikel Arteta has at Arsenal. Because a lot of people will say, yeah, but Arteta had to deal with the Aubameyang situation. Ten Hag had to deal with Ronaldo. Ronaldo, one of the biggest names in football, one of the biggest divas in football. And he had to get him out of the football club in order for Manchester United to progress. He's done that in 7 months. Yeah. He's also had to deal with the Harry Maguire situation, captain of the football club. He's had to tell him, no, you're shit. You sit on the bench. And he's, like you say, he's brought in a couple of players. Manchester United look like a completely different team. And when he gets more of his players in, they'll look even better. So the fact that it's taken Arteta this long, but Erik Ten Hag can do it in 7 months, it is embarrassing. Embarrassing.
we'll see what the excuses are, because this bunch are very great at creating excuses. We'll see what Twitter's saying on that day. But listen, boys, love for jumping on. And yeah, another embarrassing result for Arsenal. And we move to Mr. Good Evening. And yeah, not feeling too confident for that one. But without further ado, we're out. So